direct aggression upon Mexico, for all the consequence of which the United States would stand responsible. And now let us hear Mr. C.J. Ingersoll, the most prominent of the supporters of Mr. Polk in the House. He said in debate, "The stupendous deserts between the Nueces and the Bravo rivers are the natural boundaries between the Anglo-Saxon and the Mauritanian races." And we know Anglo-Saxon was the colonizers of North America. There ends the Valley of the West. There Mexico begins. Thence beyond the Bravo begin the Moorish people and their Indian associates, to whom Mexico properly belongs, who should not cross that vast desert if they could, as on our side we too ought not stop there, because conflict must ensue, either our going south or their going north. But their colonizers. Source: Loud Daily Courier, Thursday, October 1847. Whig ticket for Governor George N. Briggs, for Lieutenant Governor John Reed. I was just swinging through like Tarzan to drop a key for you. Holy Friday, I'm trying to work something out. I don't know if you've seen the post, but the video that I had up for the Jekyll Island, it vanished. I had two other manuscripts. I had the etiquette in the Moorish court, and it said every time the Englishmen come into the Moorish court and they come engage with the Moor, they have to get on their knees and put their head to the floor. That manuscript vanished. I feel like the Jekyll Island study, the way it was not meant to exist in this realm. But as far as divine salvation and the divine ethers, the study was good for me myself, but I'm still going to put it out to the public. But I feel like the original version was not supposed to be put out, and that's why it happened. It just went down from being a premiere. The Jekyll Island study just doesn't have to do with Rockefeller and the Yamasee Moors burial ground and him getting spasms and all of that, and the Copper Amalgamated Company using that for the trades of the stocks for the Moors ritual. It also exposed the inhabitants of Moors in the Americas, but also the Celtic troglodytes. I have all the massive facts. We've been moving in these ethers since last year with these facts, keeping the scimitar sharp. Headlock, body slam, seven-figure leg lock. The thought came to mind to put the Jekyll Island study on the Cornish Temple because I have work to do over there. It's became sort of a tradition to shoot spitballs at the Scottish Rite, indeed, because I have a lot of information that really makes them look incompetent. When Seville was conquered from the Moors by Ferdinand, the first Christian knight who ascended the tower is said to have been a Scotchman, one Lawrence Poor.
Get all these books in your life, because now is the time. Now is the time. You're gonna do it later on, you're gonna figure out you forgot. And you're gonna be like, damn, what was that book called again? You're gonna figure out you forgot.
They say man knows not by being told, the pages unfold. I study national principles gold. Still the fiat they hold, reaching and clinging for de facto to save they soul. I know my destiny as above so below. Read gnosis off with the dial plates, blinding me as it glow. High shimmer, had amnesia, now I remember. Got the message from Drew Ali, so there was no return to sender. Figure out you forgot. What's it called again? What we study a lot. It's the Moorish Quran and it's filled full of art. Study, you can stay on top. You can stay on top.
You gonna figure out you forgot.
You can stay on top.
Get all these books in your life, because now is the time. Now is the time.